Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it's Tuesday, but we don't have more reveals since all the reveals of the cards from booster set number 1 were already revealed. So now let's take a look to one of the decks that you could build with the new support that will arrive soon. That is Magnolia, and it's the deck I will build for the TCG as a TCG player. And so let's go and see how it is. The first card is the starter, of course. I use this because it's according to the nature type, but you can use whatever starter you want from Stoicheia. Then the grade 1, which skill is when this unit is rolled upon by the grade 2, you may call it reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a grade 2 or lower, call it to rare card circle. If not, put it into your soul. The other card is the grade 2. The second skill of the grade 1 is if it's on the back row, it gains 5k when attacking. The skill from the grade 2 is when this unit is rolled upon by Magnolia, the grade 3, so black 1, and reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a unit card, call it, and if it's not, or if it's an order card, you must put it into your drop zone. The second skill is when this unit attack and it's in the back row, so plus 1, and this unit gains plus 10k, so it's a 20k attacker from the back row, and with Magnolia's skill will be at 25. Then our boss unit is Magnolia, which skill is at the end of the battle that this unit attack, control plus 1, and choose one of your units from the back row, and that unit gains plus 5k and can attack from the back row. If you persona wrote that turn, you can choose 3 units and then gain 5k and can attack from the back row. You don't need to choose a card from the back row. You may choose a card from the front row just to gain 5k, but it's not what your intention. Okay, so that's the right line, and the main deck is, of course, 3 Magnolias that are the other 3 apart from the right deck one. Then we have this kind of bear. Its skill is in the back row, when this unit attacks, control plus 1, and give this unit's power to one of your other rear guards. So, for example, if you get a trigger and with Magnolia's skill, this will be 15-25. Then you pay control plus 1 and give 25 to one of your other units. This is the best card in the deck, in my opinion, because the only thing that I don't like about this is that it's contrablast, but it's okay. It's a cost that you may pay, and it's not mandatory. Sadly, it's only from the back row, so I don't know. Sometimes you want this in your front row if you have a booster, but it's okay. The other skill is to super call the other card, and it's this battle maiden kind of Neonectar unit. And yeah, her skill is when this unit is placed on R from hand, control plus 1, soul plus 1, and you may call a card from your drop zone, grade 2 or lower, to rear guard circle, and it gains plus 5k. So what you usually want to call the grade 1, because you don't run much boosters here in this deck, at least in my profile. And yeah, or maybe another grade 2. You can call whatever you want except the grade 3. And we're only running 4 grade 3s and 4 grade 1s, so don't worry. And the other card is this kind of doggo. His skill is simple, but it's pretty powerful. It's if you have 4 or more rear guards, this unit gains plus 5k, so it's a 15k attacker, and it's the best unit to have in your front row to hit even without boost. The other card is a grade 2, this pony or whatever it points to be, and its skill is retire this unit and give 2 units plus 5k until end of turn. So this unit is pretty powerful in this deck. Because you're going to multi-attack from the back row, so you can't boost those rear guards, and with this card you boost them with 5k each. So if you put 5k to this one, plus Magnolia skill, it will be 18, plus his skill, it will be 23. That is a magic number for all the Vanguards. Then the other is this one, that I already set his skill. This is the other 3 that left from the right deck, that they go into main deck. And the other is this order, that is those are the last grade 2s I'm running. Its skill is, if you have 3 or more no, if you choose one of your units and it gains plus 5k, it's a blitz order, so it's only when your opponent attacks. And if you have 3 or more units in your back row, and the unit you chose gains plus 15k until end of turn. No, until end of battle. Only 2 because I don't think it's much useful. It's useful, but some decks retire your back row, like Dragon Empire. For example, Bar Magnus, that is from Dark States. So those decks counter this. The other are 4 PGs. This is just discard a card and choose one of your unit that cannot be hit until the end of the battle. Then if you have 2 or more or less cards in your hand, you may not discard. You may not discard a card. This is the other 3 from the playset of this chunky guy. And then we have the triggers. I'm running 5 crits. I think running crits here is very useful because you don't need to activate Magnolia's skill before knowing if the opponent get a trigger. So you can run as many crits as you want to push your opponent, and if your opponent gets for example a trigger, whatever trigger it is, you don't need to activate Magnolia's skill. Then I'm running 6 draws because sometimes your resources you don't have enough for many skills, so to gain more units you need like more draws, in my opinion. But if you don't run these 2 draws, I believe you can run more crits. I don't like fronts in this deck because I don't think are useful. I prefer getting more cards because you are very aggressive and you need those grade 2 units. Then 4 heals, of course, and 1 over trigger from Stoicheia. So that's all the list. Here is what I want to show, some combos. For example, if you have these 3 cards in your hand, I think these are essential cards, apart from Magnolia. So for example, we draw 2. Okay, we can discard. If we have this in hand, we can discard anything from any card, unit, or trigger. So I'll discard this and write this skill from this one. Reveal the top card. It's a grade 2. I'll call it attack. Attack. And then next turn, the same. Draw 1. For example, they gave me 2 damage. Then draw 1. Discard 1. This one. Write Magnolia skill from this one. Soul Blast 1. And I usually prefer to Soul Blast this one. And reveal the top card of your deck. It's a grade 3, so I will call it. Yep, I'll call that one, and then since I have this one, I will call this here. Yep, skill from her, Soul Blast, Counterblast, Soul Blast, and now I call this one. to boost. And I usually call this bear behind the Vanguard because the Vanguard is always attacking first, and this bear always needs to be in the back row. So yeah, it's like 13 Vanguard, first check, crit trigger, all effects over here. Okay, we don't have enough control. Let's imagine we have more, one more. All effects over here will be plus 10k. Second check, PG. A skill from Magnolia, 5k here, and can attack from back row. So imagine the opponent doesn't get a trigger, but if he does, we can hit with 2 more. In the case that he doesn't, you can attack rear with this 10 or Vanguard if he or she is grade 2. Then attack with this, control plus 1, and give 10k to this one. Well, 10 plus 10 from the trigger and 25 in total. It will be a 25 attacker, and then this will be a 18 plus 25, 43 attacker. Yeah, so that's all that I want to show you guys. Please let me know what you think about this profile. It's not the definitive profile for me because I want to test more, but it's what I like to play by now. And maybe, yeah, of course, I will change it when the actual cards release, but this is kind of funny by now. Maybe I will add more grade ones, but who knows. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time. Bye bye.